Hey guys, what is up? RedPandaMining here. How you guys all doing? I hope you're all doing really well and having a really great day. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a bunch of controversial topics regarding crypto mining, certain coins, algorithms, and just the future of general crypto mining, and specifically AMD cards. And I have talked about this before back in July 3rd of 2019. I made a video called "With ETH, XMR, and ETC possibly moving to new algorithms, should AMD miners be worried?" And I want to revisit this because now it's almost the year 2020. We've already gone through a transition of one of the coins, XMR, that has pretty much forked off GPUs, and now that they are CPU centric, where did those miners go, right? And really, the only logical, in terms of AMD miners, AMD cards for most of the Polaris cards, RX 470s, 580s, 480s, and 570s, those really are only profitable, in my opinion, on either Ethereum Classic or Ethereum, okay? I want to revisit this topic, and I hope you guys will just take in this information that I'm going to be talking about Ethereum Classic, currently, Monero, AMD cards, what's going to happen with these. They're just flooding the market, in my opinion, right now, but I'll show you some stuff later. Okay, so I have a lot of different topics. I might go off a tangent in some things, but let's start with Ethereum Classic. As this is a coin for AMD cards that has always been profitable, okay, per se. And I know a lot of you guys mine Ethereum Classic. A lot of my community mines Ethereum Classic. And actually, a lot of the crypto miners out there mine Ethereum Classic and Ethereum as well. Ethereum is obviously the top dog with most of the GPU mining hash rate, in my opinion. And, well, I guess Mining Pool Stats shows that. But with Ethereum Classic, okay, I made a video a couple weeks ago saying that Ethereum Classic rejects ProgPow, okay? And I want to talk about a comment from Alex Sankov. I hope I mentioned his name right here. He wrote a comment on my video regarding this. If you guys don't know, he is the Ethereum Classic dev that's working on the SHA-3 implementation, okay? The new algorithm for Ethereum Classic, possibly, okay? It's not set in stone yet, but I want to talk about this. And I did a straw poll for those, since ProgPow is rejected. Most of you guys said, stick with ETH, okay, 189 votes. And then the other vote here was move to SHA-3 with 38 votes. So obviously my community wants to stick with ETH. And I want to read Alex's comment here, okay? So he says, Alex Tankov here. Thank you for the video. I believe it was fair, even though you disagree with the SHA-3 proposal. Okay, so I want to stop. I just want to mention here, yes, this is true. I disagree with SHA-3, obviously because of I wanted ProgPow, okay? I don't agree with any of these two algorithms right now, ETH and SHA-3. I'll give you my reasons for ETH is because I didn't mention your second part here. I'll talk about that in a second. I didn't mention the E3s and the Inosilicon A10s, okay, which in this video, but I have in previous videos. But these ASIC miners for Ethereum right now, they're not that much more efficient, but this Inosilicon A10 is actually 2.5 times better, and I can give you a comparison here. I have a EVGA P104 rig that does about 470 megahash, but at about 1700 watts. Okay, so the power consumption at about the same price. Okay, at about the same price for my P104s, for 12 of them, and this Inosilicon A10 gets about 2 to 3 times better in terms of power consumption. Now, I just want to see Ethereum Classic, or Ethereum for that matter, move to ProgPow, and I want to see how much of the hash rate is going to be kicked out for those ASIC miners, okay? Sorry, going off a tangent. I'm going to be doing that a lot in this video. I would like to add, you haven't mentioned in this video that there are already ASIC miners for ETH, E3 by Bitmain, PandaMiner, Inosilicon, etc. These will only get stronger as the market cap for Ethereum Classic increases. Do you really think ETH will be ASIC resistant 2 years from now? Alex, I want to answer this question for you. I 100% agree with you. I I have mentioned this in previous videos. I forgot to mention it in this video, but I 100% agree with this in this video. I understand why you guys rejected ProgPow because of if def else, or I guess Oh Gotta Girl specifically. Okay, I know there's been some drama between Ethereum Classic devs and or one of the devs and Oh Gotta Girl. I'm not sure why. I don't think. I think you guys should have maybe looked at ProgPow more in depth as a algorithm. And obviously, if for those that don't know about ProgPow, it's supposed to level the playing field. Basically, the whole graphic card for mining. Obviously, it uses more power consumption, but it levels the playing field. So ASIC miners, all that kind of stuff. I want to move off of Ethash, okay? I want to move off of Ethash. I want to see how many of these Innosilicon A10s and Bitmain E3s that are going to get kicked off the network, okay? Next comment here. The goal of SHA-3 is that it is far better and safer algorithm. We know that there are going to be ASICs on Ethash anyway. Why not adopt it and adopt the most safest, most efficient algorithm possible? SHA-3 also allows developers to more easily build light clients and on-chain mining contracts. Okay, so you've given really great, I guess, rebuttal or something here. I'm not a coder. I don't know the development standpoint of Ethereum Classic and what you mentioned by build more easily, build light clients and on-chain mining contracts. I don't know anything about that, but you know, it sounds great. It sounds great. But think about in terms of decentralization. I already know FPGAs and a lot of ASIC miners that are already have this algorithm, okay, SHA-3 for ASIC mining and FPGAs. The GPU mining community, who has been the one that propped up the community in the first place, is going to be going against you guys if you move to SHA-3, okay? Think the amount of people invested already into Ethereum Classic is staggering, in my opinion. And I think once you guys move to SHA-3, in my opinion, it's going to kill the coin, in my opinion. Okay, I don't think there's going to be anybody that's going to go out there. Maybe enterprise, maybe business class people are going to go ahead and buy thousands and thousands of SHA-3 ASIC miners. So be it. But you're making this. It's going to be more centralized, 100%. If we compare to Bitcoin hash rate, okay, if we compare to the Bitcoin hash rate, I don't have that up right now, but we can already see the centralization that's happening in China. China has, I believe the statistic is about 70 to 80% of the hash rate, okay? China has 80%, 70 to 80% of the hash rate of Bitcoin, and it's all in China. And it makes sense because ASICs are made in China. They have dams, hydroelectric in China, bunch of cheap electricity over there. And to think that if Ethereum Classic moves to SHA-3, which is an ASIC FPGA friendly algorithm, don't you think that the same thing is going to happen to Ethereum Classic as what is happening to Bitcoin right now? Where's the centralization? Where's the decentralization in that? You know, I just don't see it happening. And that's it. That's all I want to say about Ethereum Classic. So, Alex, you probably have a bunch of rebuttals about that, and I totally respect that. And I have you have a Medium article here. Is it a Medium article? Yes, a Medium article, which I will link down below. Everyone can read this. It says why Ethereum Classic should adopt KESAC 256, or aka SHA-3, for its proof of work algorithm. All right. So I want you guys to read this. I think I did read this in another video in the past, but you guys can take a look at it, and maybe after you read it, let me know down in the comments if my argument is either wrong or right or whatever. Okay, so I would really love to hear from what you guys think. Okay, enough about Ethereum Classic. I haven't heard any other news other than Ethash is still the current algorithm, but they're working on SHA-3. So that's all we know for now, and I will keep you guys updated. Let's move to Ethereum. So Ethereum devs moved to ProgPow into eligible for inclusion list. Okay, so as we all know, Ethereum is the top GPU mineable coin. Okay, and you guys are probably wondering about ProgPow. Okay, so as AMD miners, I would think a lot of AMD miners have moved to Ethereum or Ethereum Classic, or they're already on that coin currently as it to be the most profitable for those that are calculating profitability. Okay, so for those crypto miners, you know, we have lots of GPUs. We need to calculate profitability and pay for electrical. Okay, we all know that. That's all normal. If Ethereum, okay, it's been an accepted EIP. Okay, I've already said it before in other videos, and it's going to go into the hard fork of Berlin. So we just had Istanbul, and Murray Glacier is going to come up in the new year, okay, which is going to get rid of the ice age. It's going to delay it per se, okay. And then we're going to have Berlin, which this is another hard fork coming, I believe, in the middle of the year of next year, and this has apparently the tentatively accepted EIP 1057 of ProgPow. And with this was just called on they had a meeting, okay, so all the Ethereum devs had a meeting, not all of them, but Hudson Jameson tweeted out, okay, this was on December 13th, he says, just to be clear, the decision today on the call was to move ProgPow to the EFI list, so the inclusion list, so basically to be included. It did not address the status of the EIP itself, nor did it address when it would be going into any hard fork. There are still things that need to coalesce before that happens. I don't know what that word means. Maybe combine. And yeah, and then we can see Oh God, a Girl, Christy Lay Minehand, she responds, would be great to know what those things are. So yeah, I'm definitely been watching this. I want to keep up to date with ProgPow. We don't know when it's going to be in yet. It's still out there as a accepted EIP, okay, tentatively accepted, but there's really nothing hard confirmed yet for this implementation to replace ETH-hash, okay, ETH-hash currently. Now, okay, so the topic I want to move towards now is with AMD miners. AMD cards, as we all know, really cheap to buy in the past year. The past year, 2018, 2019, it's been really cheap to buy these cards. And in terms of profitability, it's always been up and down, and always good to mine Ethereum Classic and Ethereum on these cards, right? And in terms of into Bitcoin, into fiat, whatever, for those that care about that profitability number. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I'm sure a lot of people are just dumping these cards now because, as we know, Monero just forked off of AMD cards, the Vega cards, all that kind of stuff, and they're doing more CPU-centric coins, a CPU-centric algorithm called RandomX. And you guys can see now that the hash rate for Monero has gone up from 300 to 1 gigahash. And it was a successful hard fork in terms of changing algorithm, but in terms of profitability, it's if you spent thousands of dollars or hundreds of dollars on new CPUs just for RandomX, I'm sorry, but it's obviously not profitable right now. Maybe if you bought a 3900X or 3950X, you're making maybe $1 a day or something currently, and it's getting worse and worse and worse. So who knows? I don't know. There's a lot of data centers and whatnot on this coin now. But going back to the AMD cards, I'm just on eBay, and there's been a lot of cards for sale. There's been a lot of people buying these cards too, probably gamers, because these cards are still great at 1080p. Okay, and what I would really want to just point out that a lot of people have been selling these cards because of Monero forking off. Okay, I'm not just the RX 580s, but the Vega 64s are pretty much unprofitable now, as these were the king on Kryptonite. And whether or not, I'm not sure, these could be on other coins like Conceal or CCX or maybe other Kryptonite coins out there, but I don't know if they're profitable or not. These cards they used to be the king, right? And people have been saying, I just wasted money. I didn't get my money back, as Monero had to switch off, right? It used to be profitable on these cards. But I think most of the Vega miners now are on Ethereum, okay? So that goes back to where I want to talk about who knows if Ethereum Classic goes to SHA-3 in the next year, in the next couple months. We don't know. Ethereum Classic with ProgPow in the EIP set for Berlin, in the middle of the next year. That's coming in about 6 months, right? So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? I haven't heard of a lot of people buying AMD cards anymore. I know a lot of people buying more NVIDIA cards because those are profitable on other coins, not just Ethereum, but on other coins out there that are more core dependent and Equihash, all that kind of stuff, Grin, Swap, whatever, those other algorithms, Kaku Cycle. NVIDIA cards are very strong on those coins and a lot more profitable. So I've been seeing a lot of people buying NVIDIA cards just for that. But a lot of different things here. I kind of lost my train of thought now because this topic's it's controversial, and I just want to end off, guys, just talking about. I just want to end off the overall feeling of crypto mining, GPU mining, and what there is right now, like the top 50, top 10 coins. Really, the only GPU mineable coin right now we got on the top 10 is like Ethereum. Let's see here. I'm going to go down the list. Ethereum, XMR is now CPU. Okay. Next one is Ethereum Classic, top 22, GPU mineable. And what's the next top GPU mineable coin? Okay, let's keep going down here. Raven coin, but that's more NVIDIA cards. Okay, AMD cards are terrible efficiency on Raven coin. Okay, let's keep going down. Bitcoin Gold, good on NVIDIA, not good on AMD. Let's keep going down. Let's keep going down here. Zen Horizon, I believe. Yeah, NVIDIA cards, not AMD. Let's see. A Eternity, NVIDIA cards, not AMD. Let's keep going down here. Let's see. That's it. Top 100 coins. Top 100 coins. Really, the only good two Ethereum coins right now, Ethereum Classic and Ethereum for ETH hash, is AMD cards. Currently, for profitability, are those two coins. Once Ethereum, what I'm trying to say here is once Ethereum and Ethereum Classic move off those algorithms, AMD cards are going to be just unprofitable in terms of due to efficiency, power consumption, and all that kind of stuff. Okay, unless you have free electricity, then go ahead, run them till they die. But for most of us that do this as like a business or hobby or whatever, we have to pay for electricity out of our pocket. We have to care about efficiency. So yeah, I'm just gonna end it there, my friends. I would love to know what you guys think. I don't think I hit the surface on what I really wanted to talk about. I missed a few points. Definitely I've missed a few points and arguments, but I would love to get your guys' opinions down below in this video regarding Ethereum Classic, just everything. Any topic that I've talked about in this video. If you stayed to the very end, I'm sorry that this video is very long, but let me know what you think. I've always been trying to think of the big picture. And with my community who has a lot of AMD cards, AMD miners, and NVIDIA miners, this topic is definitely imperative for us to know and understand and to be ready for in the next year. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much. Let me know what you think, and I will see you guys in the next video. Have a good one, and peace out.